I am a beauty gadget junkie. I absolutely love trying new things, and despite all the styling gadgets and unique inventions I've had a chance to try, I've only recently had the opportunity to try cordless styling tools. I'm Erin from TechGadgetsCanada.com, and the Lunata Beauty Cordless Flat Iron and Styler Plus right here recently arrived into my bathroom here for testing and review, along with the Lunata Beauty Cordless Curling Iron and Wand, which you can also see the review of here on the channel. I had a chance to spend a few glorious weeks with both of these tools, and I'll tell you what I found. I'm going to start out here with the flat iron. An early heads up that if you end up liking this video and finding it helpful, to please hit that like button and give me a sub, because it does help me keep making more videos that I hope everyone out there can watch, enjoy, and learn from.
Let's take a closer look at the Lunata Beauty Cordless Flat Iron Styler Plus. It has 1-inch titanium rose gold plates, and like a lot of these stylers, can also be used to curl or wave your hair too. That's likely the plus in the name.
There are some enticing prospects to this device. For starters, it is that lack of cord. You have so much more freedom without a cable, and that is something I noticed right away. The Lunata Flat Iron here heats up to about 450 degrees Fahrenheit, and it'll last up to about 45 minutes on a full charge.
The flat iron comes with a USB-C charging cable and a silicone sleeve that lets you transport it safely while it's still hot. I will say the product is lovely. I really like the black and rose gold design. I think it's sleek and pretty.
All right, let's talk preheat time. The iron here took longer to get up to temperature than my plug-in Conair did. The Conair is ready in about 45 seconds, while the Lunata here took about 3 minutes to come to the same temperature. Now, perhaps that is not surprising for a battery-powered device, but it is something that's worth being aware of. Charging takes about 2 to 3 hours, which does seem really long in my opinion. But I guess it is what it is for, again, a battery-powered device. The other thing I didn't really love about the long charging time is that the manual says you can't use the iron while it's charging, so that is a bit of a bummer.
I did find that the predicted runtime of about 45 minutes was about right in my testing. There also appears to be no auto shut-off feature, so it is pretty easy to deplete the battery if you do forget to turn it off when you're finished straightening your hair.
Something else I learned about this Lunata Flat Iron is that it really only lasts for about 2 days worth of styling, about 20 minutes per session, before it needs to be plugged in and recharged. Now, a few times I was caught off guard and the iron's battery died on me without warning, leaving me with only 3/4 of my hair done. A proper low battery warning or some kind of countdown timer would be a nice addition to this flat iron. I guess I could also store it plugged in or plug it in overnight to make sure every day when I wake up I'm going to have that cordless flexibility with a full battery, but that does take planning and it might clutter up the bathroom counter.
During my first uses, I set the iron temperature, but felt like it wasn't as hot as my regular iron. I quickly figured out why. The Lunata, despite being a Canadian company, only displays the temperature in Fahrenheit, so I had to do some quick math to get the temperature to translate. My regular setting of 220 Celsius on my Conair is 425 on the Lunata. Max heat on the Conair is 235 Celsius, which is 455 Fahrenheit, so the Lunata comes very close to this. This device, unlike the Lunata curling iron, doesn't have an auto lock for the buttons, so it's definitely possible to nick them and change your heat setting accidentally while using it.
That happened to me a lot in my early days of testing. The only remedy is to adjust your technique and take care to avoid hitting the buttons. Not great, but what can you do?
Let's talk results. Once I found my true heat settings, the Styler Plus worked like a dream. It got good and hot and was able to give me sleek, straight layers. Using it as a curling iron worked well too, though the slightly squared edges meant I needed to take care not to get more boxy curls. Some flat irons have a more rounded design that's more conducive to curls and waves, but this one obviously doesn't. It is easy to give yourself tight curls or less pronounced waves depending on your technique. The Styler Plus is also quite portable. You could drop it into your bag to give yourself a wireless touch-up during the day or before an evening outing.
Overall, this flat iron has some pretty great features, and it's going to be a dream gadget for a lot of us. The lack of cord is huge. The heat settings are just what the stylist ordered, and the results, I think, are pretty great. I'm pretty happy with them anyway. I also do like that the flat iron and the curling wand use the same charger, so you could pack both tools and just one cord. This device is also dual voltage, so you can take it with you if you're planning on traveling. On the downsides of this device, I think it would be nice to be able to use it plugged in a pinch, particularly since it does take so long to recharge. Locking buttons would also be on my wish list, and I'd like a bit of a longer lasting battery or maybe a countdown timer so I know if my iron here has enough juice to style my hair for the day. But overall, I can definitely recommend the Lunata Beauty Cordless Flat Iron Styler Plus as your new styling tool, particularly if you're looking to cut the cord. It sells for about $185 and you can get it from Lunata or places like Best Buy. If you want to read more about it, head over to techgadgetscanada.com where I've posted a full blog and you can ask any questions you have for me either there on the blog or, as always, here on the YouTube channel. I'm Erin. Thanks so much for watching this video. Until the next time, you can catch me on Twitter or Facebook. You can find me on Twitter or Instagram at ErinLYYC. You can find me on Facebook at facebook.com/techgadgetscanada.